Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NXT Draft. You may be asking yourself, why is the general manager of SmackDown here to open NXT? SmackDown has made this huge deal, the worst kept secret in our universe. SmackDown has traded away Gunther to Raw for the rights to their first round pick, which means SmackDown has the first 3 picks in tonight's draft before Raw gets one. So I wanted to be here to make these first round picks. So let's get it started. With the first pick in tonight's first round of the NXT Draft, SmackDown selects Solo Sikoa. The second pick, it's a first round pick. SmackDown selects Tiffany Stratton.
To find identity when you're the king of men. If I can get through this, I can get through anything. If I can make it through this, I can get through anything. If I can get through this, I can get through anything. If I can make it through this, I promise you. With every ounce of who I am, and I will fight until the end. If I can get through this, I can get through that.
Draft night continues in the ring. The former NXT Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 357 pounds, Elton Prince and Kim Wilson, pretty deadly.
The face of NXT changes tonight. It is draft night, and already some of the top names of the new class have been drafted to SmackDown. Solo Sikoa, Tiffany Stratton, who defends her championship here tonight. Carmelo Hayes have been drafted to SmackDown. As the rest of the NXT roster wait in bated breath to see if they will get that call. Who knows, one of these superstars in this matchup could get that call. Pretty deadly. Set to take on pretty exciting tag team that they made last time we saw them. Axiom and Nathan Frazer.
And their opponents, first from Madrid, Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom.
Very exciting. Superstar in Axiom, Nathan Frazer, no slouch as well.
From Jersey in the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, Nathan Frazer.
That absolutely kind of looks like what they try to have Stephanie Vacur do now. That entrance, how Frazer was squatting there as the lights come up. But let's see how this new team is able to stand with Pretty Deadly. It's Pretty Deadly. It's been a very, very formidable team. When you look at them, and people underestimate them, and then they get in this ring and they get it done. I'm talking about rugged, rough teams that we saw. And that original run for the tag team championships. Nobody picked Pretty Deadly to come out of that. Frazer, Kit Wilson, and again, you talk about a team that has been together. Irish whipped into the corner, and Elton Prince gave him a shot right to the back, and now Pretty Deadly. Team combination, and then the spooky fingers. Power bomb, cover. These guys are absolutely maybe the best. I'll leave the word absolutely there. They may be the best tag team in NXT. New class. Oh, the super kick. Nearly taking Prince out. I whipped him to the corner. Tag made to Axiom. It's the double super kick, but the tag made to Kit Wilson. Counter. Pretty Deadly's mostly been in control here. Needs some momentum to swing back in the way of Axiom and Frazer. Oh, frog splash to the back of Kit Wilson. This will be a defining victory for Axiom and Frazer if they can take down Pretty Deadly. But Wilson once again able to slow the momentum of Axiom. Superman punch. The fans chanting, not the face.
Tag is good.
Listen, again, Wilson able to keep that vertical base. Wilson's had enough of Axiom. So giving him that knee as another super kick. Again, Kit Wilson at the counter. Swanton bomb. And now Frazer with the frog splash. Cover on Wilson. Wilson's been in there a while now. Let's break it up. The referee's down. The referee's down. He's back up. Instead of Phoenix splash. And Frazer and Axiom who will be upset.
Here are your winners, the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazer.
Once again, Frazer and Axiom victorious and taking out one of the top teams here on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, the second round picks are in. Let's take a look. First up, SmackDown. SmackDown selects the former NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes. Raw's first pick of this draft, they select Braun Breaker. Also tonight, 2 championship matches in the season finale of NXT. Wes Lee has earned an opportunity versus Dijak, who's been chasing this title since his entry at NXT for the vacated North American Championship. That matchup is tonight. Plus, in our main event, the Prodigy tries to fulfill the promise of being the Prodigy by taking down the women's champion Tiffany Stratton, who is now allocated to SmackDown as a SmackDown superstar drafted in round 1. That matchup is our main event tonight. We're back here for the season finale of NXT. We didn't mention that. If we didn't mention that at the beginning, this is the final NXT on D-Generation Hexx. We'll have a new home, a new channel.
Making her way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolin.
Or it's Hexx. Will be the home of NXT. And we're going out with a bang here tonight. 2 championship matches. And this #1 contenders match. The winner of this match will get a shot. The Women's North American Championship. Remember, Gigi Dolin survived one of the most brutal matches we have ever seen in WWE, period, with JC Jane. And it put Gigi on the map. And she's stepping in here with Blair Davenport. It was also been impressive in her appearances on NXT.
And from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport.
Would love for her to have her breakout moment here at NXT, and this could be it. Felt like last week Blair Davenport had arrived. Blair Davenport gets off to a very quick start with strikes, taking Gigi down to a knee without holding in the kick. But getting back, the big things that are coming next week for NXT, we start the men's and women's breakout tournament with members of the next class. As much as we refer to the current stock of NXT as the new class, they're no longer the new class. They're the establishment now in NXT. And some of them are getting drafted away. There's going to be other opportunities, more opportunities for some of the talent that hasn't had an opportunity, along with the new men and ladies that are coming in. Big punch there by Gigi Dolin. Superstars that are coming in from all over the world who have signed here to NXT. You have college athletes or NILs. You have superstars who have been on the indie scene. You have superstars who competed in Mexico, New Japan, The Stardom, an eclectic group that are coming in with the next class, the next crop of NXT talent that will begin to make their debuts next week on Sports Hexx on the season premiere of NXT. Blair Davenport is just stomping away at Gigi Dolin. But shockingly, she brings Gigi back in here. It would have been smart for her to keep Gigi on the outside and maybe get the count out victory. Davenport. Quick snap suplex. And Davenport has just been stomping away at Gigi. Ooh, knee right across. Gets to the leg. Gigi got to begin to fight back here. Davenport. Gigi counters. And Gigi going for a finish. Will Gigi Dolin be the #1 contender? Davenport kicks out. That devastating right hand. Will this be enough? Did Davenport kick out of the instinct? Nope, she's still there. Blair able to regain some consciousness here. Now Davenport going for the cover on Dolin. What have we seen from Dolin? We know she is one of the toughest. The ambulance match proved it. And locking in. There's the Widow's Peak. And now Davenport using Gigi's own finisher against her. And Dolin just gets the shoulder up. And it continues. Now back and forth. Kick. Dolin hits the finisher again. And Gigi Dolin is the #1 contender for the North American Championship. What a matchup. I'm sure Blair Davenport is going to be disappointed here. but nothing to hang her head down about. What a match. She just came up just short. Gigi Dolin will face Zoe Stark down the road for the North American Women's Championship. The third round picks are in as SmackDown selects the former NXT Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly. Raw selects the faction of Gallus. Well, coming up next, Wes Lee is impressed week after week that he's been given an opportunity to become NXT North American Champion. But standing in his way is a guy who needs it, Dijak, who's been chasing this title forever. Will it be the upstart, or will it be finally a culmination of the chase ending in a championship for Dijak? This matchup is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT North American Championship.
Well, last week we got a surprise when Solo, who is now a member of the SmackDown roster, said he was leaving to take care of family and vacated the championships.
Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wes Lee.
Vacated both the North American and NXT Championship. We got a surprise NXT Championship match last week and an upset. Ilya Dragunov is the NXT Champion. Now an opportunity for Wes Lee. And Braun Breaker, who's now a member of the Raw roster, being drafted here tonight in round 2. Was involved in that championship match last week. Wes Lee has been here week in and week out, proving himself. Dijak may have an advantage in one aspect, that he has not been competing. But maybe there's some ring rust there. But Shawn Michaels giving Dijak an opportunity.
And his opponent from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 270 pounds, Dijak.
Remember his infamous battle for the North American Championship versus Keith Lee in the past. But just couldn't get over the hump of Keith Lee. He's had opportunities to get back to championship matches, but just some superstars just, you gotta hand it to them. They're good, but they're unable to win the big one. You may have seen that from Braun Breaker, that may have hurt his draft status. Can Wes Lee pull one more Big victory over Dijak. Again, considerable size advantage here. So strikes are going to be key. They always say everyone's the same size when they're laying down. And Wes Lee is coming out with a full head of steam and he's taking it to Dijak. Not wasting any time. Look at Wes. And Wes finally makes his first error. Tossing Wes to the outside, which gives Dijak a little bit of breathing room. As Wes came at him, he came at him hard. Avoiding his punches and Wes again. Oh! You ever seen a Hurricane Rana like that? Wes runs out, and I think he thought better of it. This is the best I've ever seen of Wes. I mean, he's aggressive. He is bringing it. Hitting Dijak with the Canadian Destroyer. And Dijak gets the shoulder up. I don't think Dijak knows what it hit him. I don't know if he was expecting this. Wes Lee to the top. Wes Lee going for the finish. Will we have a new North American champion? No. And it will take everything to keep Dijak away. Again, Dijak has been dominated here. But again, it's a big guy, and Dijak his stuff is going to hit harder. Choke slam. That may be the end of Wes Lee. Wes kicks out. Wes pops to his feet. Dijak springboard. I made a mistake. Wes Lee going to a crucifix pin. Cover. Will we have a new North American champion? We do. Wes takes advantage, and he is the new NXT North American champion.
And new NXT North American champion, Wes Lee.
We said the same with Ilya Dragunov. Would you have thought a couple weeks ago that Wes Lee would be standing here, North American champion? How things have completely turned here on NXT. The fourth and final round picks are in. SmackDown selects with their last pick, Indy Hartwell. Raw selects with their final pick, Grayson Waller. Again, WWE season finale week has been on fire. Hit
The following contest is
after
scheduled
hit,
for one
banger
fall.
after
Making her way
banger
to the
after
ring
banger.
From Chelsea, Michigan, Fallon Henley.
We saw it on Raw. We're seeing it here tonight on NXT in the finale. And you think this is big? Wait till the season premieres. Fallon Henley set for one-on-one action.
Welcome to the generation of Jade.
Cora Jade.
And from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Now you're maybe starting to see maybe the next of the new class. Again, a lot of these superstars have had potential. The only thing is opportunity. Some people seized it early, which left some of these others waiting on the sideline, waiting on the bench. And now that we have some of them moving on, now sets up nicely, as he said, for others here to get an opportunity. And we've seen it with our new singles male champions. In the last couple weeks, Ilya Dragunov. We've seen his talent. It's been overshadowed by Braun Breaker. He's been overshadowed by Solo Sikoa. He's been overshadowed by Carmelo Hayes. Then last week he was able to shine on his own, and Jade just drop kick Wes Lee. Just becoming North American champion.
2, 3.
Even Roxanne tonight in the main event. We've seen her be great in the ring. But there's only so many spots at the top. There's only so many spots on the show.
2.
Henley and Jade. Counter by Fallon Henley. It's a neck breaker, the Cora Jade. Face first into the post.
6.
Count of 7. Jade getting one count after that. Again, Fallon making a mistake there. Jade didn't get all that super kick, giving Fallon an opportunity to regain the offense. Or Jade making, I said making the least amount of mistakes for sure. The mistakes back and forth here. Fallon's made some big ones that Jade has been able to take advantage of. And now Fallon fighting back. Jade pops to her feet. Is that a version of like sliced bread? Cora Jade coming away with this victory.
Here is your winner, Cora Jade!
Cora Jade, hoping that this is the beginning of the generation of Jade. Well, coming up next, SmackDown newest superstar, NXT champion Tiffany Stratton has a chance to leave here with the NXT championship to SmackDown. Can she take down the prodigy? Roxanne has been impressive in her time here in NXT, has not lost a matchup one-on-one, yet will that streak continues? If it does, she will become NXT champion. Stratton, Perez, NXT Women's Championship. Next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
It is our main event here on draft night. The prodigy, Roxanne Perez. From the moment she stepped in an NXT ring, she has made an impact. Absolutely a blue chip talent in ring. But she might be like the Bryce Young type of talent. Has all the tools. Maybe the only question is her size. Can she be successful in the land of the giants? And her size. Talk about athlete. Presence. Tiffany Stratton has been that. Winning the breakout battle royal to get this opportunity and dethrone Raquel Rodriguez. There'll be a new crop of NXT talent coming up in the breakout tournament that will get a championship opportunity upon winning the tournament. Will they be as successful as Tiffany Stratton?
Introducing the challenger from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Fans behind
And
Roxanne.
from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton drafted in round 1, second overall to SmackDown. Now, according to Shawn Michaels and the information that I have gotten, if you're a champion and you get drafted to one of the shows, you'll just be potentially pulling double duty. So obviously, you can vacate the championship if you like. Or you can pull the double duty. And they lock up again. And Roxanne. Trying to appeal to the fans there. Roxanne, Irish whip to the outside. Now we talk about Tiffany Stratton's power. The referee getting in between. Oh. Roxanne actually looked like she tried to trip Tiffany up on the way into the ring. But Tiffany was ready for it and then tripped Roxy up. Stratton in control. The champ. The lineage of the NXT Women's Championship. Samoan drop. That was kind of like a world's strongest slam into face first. Stratton in control. That's blocked by Roxy. Stratton just catches. And everything we talked about here in the opening, we're seeing right now. Stratton's overpowering Roxy. And another cover on Roxanne. Yeah, we've seen an example of this on Raw. All right, with Jey Uso and Bobby Lashley. Just not able to build any offense here. Substantial offense. But Jey Uso was able to just fight his way out every single time and use that heart, and that's what Roxanne is going to have to do here. It's a flatliner. Now Roxanne catching Tiffany. Stratton is pop rocks. Roxanne. And Roxanne had to hit something big. That pop rocks puts her back in the matchup. Stratton with the cover. Playing a little possum there. Stratton continue to toss around. Roxy popped it to her feet. And Stratton just hammering away. Roll through. The one's prettiest moonsault. Roxanne gets the shoulder up. But that may have taken everything out of Roxanne to pull that off. DDT. Roxanne. Pop rocks. Second. Cover. Roxanne Perez may be the new women's NXT champion, and she is.
Here is your winner,
The face.
the new NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
For the past 2 weeks, the face of NXT is completely changed with this draft. Our new champions. And it continues here tonight. Roxanne Perez is the new leader in the NXT women's locker room. What a night. What an end to the season of NXT here on D-Generation Hexx. We will see you for the season premiere on Sports Hexx.